My name is Tajae Jones, and here's a good story. Yes, so I joined Higher Dimension in 2022. That was also a time where I decided to rededicate my life to Christ, and I was just thinking, I visited Higher D a couple times, and I felt like that year the Lord was like, make Higher D your home. And so I just jumped full in. I didn't really have a plan, I guess. I just wanted to serve, wanted to be around people, like-minded people. So I joined the kids ministry because I was a teacher, and I just fell in love with the people. Everyone embraced me. It was very easy to get to church. People would bring me to church, or I would take Ubers. I don't really feel like I was challenged or had as many challenges because I had so many positive people in my life cheering me on, just keeping my spirit lifted during the time. In 2021, I was doing a lot of things that led my life into just a dark path. I don't know where I was going. And I remembered whenever life got hard, at least I can call on God. And I was like, Lord, I just surrender it all. I went to this Maverick City concert, and they were singing, I want to be tried by the fire, purified. Lord, take whatever you desire. Lord, here's my heart. And I literally just remember telling the Lord, you can have whatever you desire, and nothing is off limits. And during that time, I guess for the rest of the year, I was just thinking, like, what am I going to give to the Lord? What can I really trust the Lord with? And I just felt like it was laid on my heart to sell my car. I was going through some financial struggles at the time as well. So selling my car was actually a good financial blessing, but I knew it was going to come with the burden of lack of transportation. But I also just felt like this was something the Lord was telling me to do, and that I would be okay if I did it. I would say in the beginning, like when you're stepping out on faith, you're excited, or at least I was excited. Like, the Lord's about to show up in 30 days and I'm going to get the blessing, or whatever he's going to do, I know he's going to do it. And my prayer was just a car with no strings attached, a car with no debt, a car that I didn't have to be burdened by, or just anything. I didn't want to go backwards. So however I was going to get a car, if I was going to pay for a car in full, that was just my goal. So I believe where it got challenging for me was the longer I had to wait, because although I didn't have a set time expectation, I also did not see it taking 2 years, 9 months, and 23 days. So I believe that it became more challenging the longer I had to wait, and starting to get weary in the waiting. In the beginning, it was fun, it was exciting. It was like, wow, I know I'm doing this for the Lord. But then the doubt started to come in, where I went from Ubering, riding with friends, to taking the bus. Taking the bus was really the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, that's where I literally broke down. I was like, Lord, I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm just gonna go get a loan, like a car loan. And I mean, literally a month later, that's when I was blessed with the car. So it was like, you're fine, you're okay. It's humbling. You have to let people know that you're in need and you need help. And my idea of Christianity was perfectionism. I thought as long as I had a smile on my face and things were going good, that God was good. And that's how I portrayed myself in community. So I don't think anyone ever thought that there was anything wrong with me, or that I needed help, or I needed to rely on others, because I was always the friend that would show up. You need a ride, I got you. You need money, I got you. So it forced me to lean on my community. Those car rides, I've had conversations with friends and family members that I would have never had conversations with or have gone that deep because we hadn't been in, a car together. They would pick me up from work every day. So we would just sit in the car for a long time, talk. They would take me places. And so I think that was the humbling part, getting over the embarrassment, the shame, the guilt, the frustration, working through the emotions. And the bus, the hard part about being on the bus was feeling like it was punishment or feeling like I did something wrong. And I was like, I'm just doing what I feel like you told me to do. Also walking in the hot Houston sun to the bus, carrying all my things with me, or just, it would start raining. Thankfully, I've never gotten like rain completely on, but just walking to the bus while it's sprinkling, or getting right at the bus and it leaving. That's when I really lost it. I was like, I know you lying, because now I have to just sit there and wait another hour. What can I do? Like, go home? I have somewhere to go. So it was just getting over those really hard emotions and being real with God. So yeah, that's when it got really hard. The moment. So that day, I rode to church with my roommate, and I get to church and I'm serving in the kids ministry. It's like early in the morning, and the first car that was given away was Myra's car. And I was just out there like, oh my gosh, to also be that close to someone's story, to know like they didn't have a car and they're still making it to church and things like that. I was just overwhelmed with emotions. And we come inside, there's still, just church is good in general. Like pastors talking about don't miss the moment, like whatever God has for you, like the harvest is coming. It's just a really great message. And I'm sitting there, they're like, we're about to do the last do good moment.
This next do good moment, it's a God moment. And it speaks to God's faithfulness. It speaks to how God is always watching. When you don't think anyone sees you, God sees the seeds you are sowing. And it just brings joy to my heart that we get to participate in doing good. So if you could, real quickly, just watch the screen.
Taking a bus. Like, this may not be for everybody, but it may be for somebody. And if it's for you, just embrace your bus season. Like, it's your girl Tajae Jones. I'm showing you how I get around Houston to fulfill orders in my business, The Faith of That Co. with no car. It's now 4:53. This is bus number 1 to my location. If you get a bus pass in Houston, it's $3 for the day. Me and the train I'm supposed to be getting on. To get here in like 9 minutes. My life is very let's take the scenic route. And I really think that's why God was like, you are gonna be cool with taking a bus. Like, this may not be for everybody, but it may be for somebody. And if it's for you, just embrace your bus season. Like, I know you wanna be in a car, you wanna be the driver again, you wanna be a passenger. Maybe God's just like, be a rider. And when you're a rider, you can get on any type of car, train, bus, bike, whatever, because you just riding. It's not about the destination, it's the journey. While you're in your waiting season, some things I stopped doing while waiting on the bus and the train is complaining, it's checking the time, trying to see when the bus gonna get here, getting mad that the bus not there at the time they said it was gonna be there, judging other people, what everybody else got going on, trying to figure out what they got going on. Seasons change, and your time comes. And this is your time too. And my face comes up on the screen with a video that I had just made like a night or two before. And my thought process with that video was like, you know what? There's no more shame about riding the bus. I don't care. It is what it is, Lord. If you're gonna have me in this bus season for another, I don't know, year, this is just literally, that's what I said. It's like, this might be your bus season or something like that. Seeing cuts. Tajae, come up here. What?
I'm gonna try to make this quick so we both not up here crying. But y'all, this daughter, this sister is so faithful. Every Tuesday and Thursday, she's up here helping to watch some of the staff kids taking the bus. When we have an event, she would take the bus. When she would show up, she served at 8:30 service this morning with the kids. And it was a no-brainer who this car was for. So we just want to say we love you. God sees you. And even though you may be forgetful at times, God has never forgotten you. So if you could make your way to your brand new car, make some noise for it, y'all. It feels good to do good, family. Cheer her on, cheer her on.
So it just, everything, all the emotions, the moment is indescribable. Like, I still sometimes just think about it and just thank God, because I'm so undeserving. Like, just a month later, I'm going off on God, telling him, I'm very disappointed, I'm very upset, and here you are already having something planned for me that I never knew about. When I get up there, I think what really just made me cry and cry and cry was just looking out into the crowd and seeing every single person who has been along the journey with me this entire time cheering for me. Like, yes, it's your season, like, we got you. So not only were you a part of the journey, you really saw me go through this, you're here at the celebration still cheering me on. Like, it was just, I really felt God's love. Like, I felt loved. God is real. Like, if you ever had a doubt or a question, or and we're all gonna have some type of doubt or questioning or wrestling with God in our faith journey. And I think that's what I had to learn, is that further confirms that he's real, because I have something to question. Like, man, in that moment, I literally was like, God, you don't miss anything. This was such a perfect moment. This was way more than I could think of. I wasn't even thinking of how you were gonna bless me or what it would look like, and I was grateful that it took so long, because before I was complaining that it took so long because I just really want, the blessing, or I want whatever God promised to happen. But then it flipped and became, wow, God, I'm so grateful that it took so long, because so many people got to witness. So many people were added to the journey the longer it went. Like, there were people I met that year who I told the story to, and they're like, girl, I could never sell my car. But me, I'm 2 years in now. So it's like, this is just a part of my life. And to see, like I said, everyone who had been on the journey in the crowd is just like, God, you waste nothing. You're so intentional. It's for the prayer to be answered so specifically, it just made me feel like, follow Jesus. That's it. Follow him. I don't need to have the plan or know what's coming next. And I always joke and say, selling my car was just me saying, Jesus, take the wheel. Literally, take the wheel. So sometimes you gotta do that in your life. I surrender all, take the wheel, do whatever. Because I genuinely believe, whether I sold the car or not, I was gonna go through a season without a car. Whether it happened, God forbid I got in an accident, or God forbid I got repossessed or something. I don't know, but I feel he wanted to use that or something to show me him in this way. And yeah, so everything is in seasons. During that season, like right before I received the car, I was, I was doing entrepreneurship full time, doing like nannying or babysitting. So I didn't really have like a set schedule where I had to be somewhere all the time. Right after receiving the job, receiving the car, I also accepted a position to go back into the classroom as a teacher, and it just further confirmed like I was going to need a car because I go to work at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm off of work maybe at 6 sometimes. So I need a car. I need to get there and be there for my students, or now I have a friend who doesn't have a car, so I get to, give her rides. It came full circle. It was at the right time that I needed it. I feel like the car for me was like, in a way, God saying like, I trust you, like you're responsible. When I get behind the wheel, I'm literally thinking about like responsibility. It's my responsibility to keep this car clean. It's my responsibility to keep gas in it, to get the maintenance done on it. Like steward, seriously, steward the blessing, not just, be like willy-nilly with it or anything like that, because it is a blessing. So for sure, I feel more confident that I will be places, that I will be places that I said I would be. But what's interesting? When I didn't have my car, I was everywhere. I was making a way to be everywhere on every scene. As soon as I got the car, it's like the Lord sat me down for a whole season. Like the first part of this year, I was just going to work, going home, like getting used to a schedule and a routine, going to church, going home, because I was so used to just being everywhere, doing anything. It was just kind of like, nope, go to work, go home, go to church, sit down. And now I do feel like, okay, I can go out and do more things now that I kind of got a balance and a hold on, my new job and everything. But to see God's hand like on so many people's lives through a church, I feel like for me, it's just a testament, like I said, that God's real, that his love is real. There's no way people we do know people that just do good, whether they're Christians or not. We do good deeds all the time. But to do good in the name of Jesus, to do good because you know that the Lord has called you to it, I think that is something that only God can like sustain or kind of give you that unction to do. And so for me, like this year, I'm so excited to do good because I just want someone else to feel and experience God's love the same way that I will forever have this testimony, forever have this memory in my head, forever have this association with do good. So for me, I think it's just like experiencing God's love in a different way. Yeah. And then it makes more people want to do good. Like so many people afterwards saw me and they were just like, I knew you, but then to hear your story and everything, like no one's more deserving of the car than you and things like that. Like I feel like God showed up for me in 2, maybe 3 ways, countless ways, more ways than I know for sure, but a really tangible way, I think, 3 ways. One is grace, right? Like I look back over the grace on my life, because there's just no way like people always tell me like I couldn't have taken an Uber. Do you hear how many stories people get kidnapped in Ubers or this happens? Like my family literally was like trying to deter me from doing so many like things, getting in one time, don't do this guys, but one time I was leaving the hair store and it was raining, and I always go to this hair store, but the owner, he knew it was raining and he was closing up. He was like, I'll give you a ride home. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. Like, that's fine. I mean, most people would not get in a car with a complete stranger, but I'm going to the hair store, so I knew him. And I didn't have to walk home in the rain or getting on the bus at like 5 o'clock in the morning. It's dark. And never once did anybody ever like do anything to me, say anything to me. Being on the bus, you're gonna see a lot of things. And I've never had a negative experience. If anything, it's been the opposite. I've always had kind people come talk to me, share their story with me. One time I saw my friend on the bus. I'm like, girl, what you doing on the bus? And we had an opportunity to talk. It just was moments like that. One time I was crying on the bus and this guy, he came and he sat with me. He was like, I was just reading this scripture. And he shared a scripture with me. I'm like, first of all, sir, who are you? Like, but you just knew, like, I don't know, it just was God. I knew he was with me. I knew it. And it would be in those moments where I would get really sad, something like that would happen. And then God was just super intentional for me not to believe it was God. Like right when I sold my car, this lady ended up moving to my neighborhood. Later I found this out. She moved to my neighborhood. We went to the same school. She wanted me to do her hair, and I sent her my address. And then she came over and she was like, you know, I live upstairs, right? And I was like, no, I did not know that. And she was like, I don't know how we got on the topic of not having a car, but she was like, I'll take you to work for the rest of the school year. This was in February. She came to our school in February. She took me to work, to and from work, from February to the end of the school year. She moved back home at the end of the school year. She was literally just there. You know, I don't know why she was there, but God allowed and used that time for her to take me to work. It's just too intentional. I have so many stories like that, to where if you look at the breadcrumbs, if you look at the intentionality, God's handwork, even when I got weary, because wait and see how good it's gonna get. If life has been terrible and bad, and all your life has been drama, like my life, full of trauma and just all the things, do we not also believe that it can get better than all the bad that it's been? Like, you think the Lord is just gonna let your entire life just be terrible? Or if he was, something I remind myself is, if he was with me when I didn't acknowledge him, he kept grace over my life, he showed love and extended me, and I wasn't even faithfully serving him, do I really believe that while I am serving, going to church, actually being intentional about my relationship with him, that he's gonna now pick the time and be like, all right, girl, like, I don't love you, it doesn't matter, just, I don't care about you? No. If you kept me when I was really out there, I know you have a purpose. I know you have a plan for me, because you saved me from that. To do what? To just sit here and just, you know, be like, okay, well, life sucks forever. Like, no. Clearly God's gonna have something in store, but you just gotta wait and see what it is, you know, gonna be. And yeah, just wait and see. Just, I think that's the charge, is like, wait and see.